What is going on, Farmall gang? So a little bit of an update, not really on the tractor, but just some things I got and made. So there's a local store here in Canada. I'm not sure if it's available in the States, but check this out. Krylon Farm and Implement International Harvester Red. This paint was actually really hard to find locally, and I did find one about an hour away. And I happened to be in that city for work, so stopped by with my father and picked up 4 cans. And then, previously, I got a binder from a local Walmart, and I printed off a International Harvester page, because this is one of those clear slip-in page things. And I got a bunch of these sheet protectors, and I printed off the whole owner's manual. I believe it's 62 or 64 pages. And you got all of the lubrication information, everything, specs, capacities, blah, 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 maintenance. So I paid, what, $6 for the binder, Canadian. So that's what, $4 American, and page protectors I think are $3 each. And then you factor in the ink, and it still comes out to a lot less than buying one of the pre-printed ones. They're expensive, like $50 to $70 from what I've seen online. So I think I'm ahead when it comes to that. But I suggest everybody who's new to the Farmall Cub should do something like this. Just print out all the pages and have all the information there, along with this other book. And I think you should be pretty much set. I think I also added a wiring schematic at the very end for my generator, I believe it was. Yeah, right here. So I got the, because my tractor does not have a generator, so I kind of needed this. So once I get my headlights in and my generator shipped from the States, I am going to attempt to do the wiring here. It's pretty cool. It actually shows you which wire gauge you're supposed to use for which part. And yeah, pretty straightforward. I just need to buy the light switch, the 3 or 4 position, depending on, I think it's off, low beams, high beams, and I think one of the other ones is for the rear light. So I gotta kind of do a little bit more research to figure out which one I need. I'm not gonna be running a rear spotlight yet, maybe in the future. But yeah, that's where I am right now. I did buy this paint because I do want to repaint the hood on the Farmall, and I do want to get a proper decal, because this is from the late 60s or early 70s. It actually doesn't match the year of the tractor. And this right here, this peeled paint, I guess wasn't prepped properly. And over here, I'm not sure, yeah, you can see it in the light there. There's like a dull area here and some scratch, I don't know if the previous painter didn't go enough coats over here or what, but I want to repaint the gas tank and the front, the hood, and the side little wing things. So that's the first thing I'm going to repaint and prep, and also the little dashboard. I need to just sand that down, and this is where the light switch used to be, right? So obviously I need to wire up that ammeter, because it's actually not wired up to anything right now because there is no generator. And then I want to get some period correct wire sheathing, the fabric kind. Kind of looks like the old knob and tube. I guess that's all that they had around that time. Yeah, and I also want to paint these guys. And I did replace my shifter bolts because it was missing 2 of them. So I just bought a bunch. I took the thread in, or the bolt into Home Depot, and I got the proper thread pitch and length. These cannot be too long. They can only be roughly about 1 inch long. It can even be shorter, 3/4 of an inch, because this shifter plate right here is quite thin. So the threads grab quite quickly. So you don't have to really worry that the bolts are going to be too long. They can even be 1/2 inch, and it'll have plenty of meat to hold on to. Plenty of threads, right? And I don't know if I like this. I might paint it red too. Yeah, one thing at a time. We'll get there. And then after the hood's painted, I'm going to buy the I think 48 had the McCormick Deering Farmall Cub for both sides. And I may do a little bit of body work here, whatever this little dent is in this little hole. I may have to fill those in because it bugs me. And I need to get some new grommets. I can strip the paint off these or just buy new ones and insert them. But yeah, get this area straightened out here and then maybe fix that crack here. I might have to push it out a little bit from behind. I'm not exactly a body man, but this little lip is kind of overhanging there. Might be better just to fill it in, or you can cause more damage. But yeah, it's an amateur restoration, but it should look good according to the other Farmall Cub collectors and whatnot. These things even had paint runs from the factory and they were not perfect. They just hung them up off 2 cranes on hooks, had the tire and outer rim out and just that section on, and the hub wheels, and just sprayed the hell out of everything. Everything was red. And then they just popped on the metal muffler for the exhaust. And I think they added the steering wheel afterwards. I think the steering wheel was all black in the factory. I'm not sure. And I think they just put the shifter on afterwards too. But yeah, they just sprayed the hell out of this whole thing. But they weren't perfect. It was 1948, so these are agriculture use anyway, so I don't think people were too concerned about having a museum quality paint job. But from, 4 feet away, she looks great. Even with the hood that needs to be repainted. It shows really well in pictures. And that's about the quality I'd like it to be. I like to just drive it around, that's it. Alright guys, talk later.